Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Fields steps away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On first down, it's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Dorsett. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
On play action. Now Garoppolo on the move to his left. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Eddie Jackson picks it.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Hey, sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
They snap it to Fields.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Bears at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good.
And the Raiders have got him. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
3rd and 2, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Play action. It's Fields. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
From the 46, here's second down and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He hits Adams complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
11.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fields. Rolling to his left. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Spillane able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to look deep for more. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On 2nd down, here's Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
53 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Fields on 1st down.
too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the option left is Fields. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And it's complete to Adams. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments.
Orlando,
we are just about set to get back
Jonathan
to it in the second half.
at our EA
and for the
Sports
call, let's
halftime
go back
report.
to Soldier
Coach.
Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On play action, Fields. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Credit Jalen Johnson, normally shutting down throwing lanes, but there he shut down that play in the backfield. Counter play with Jacobs. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Play action. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here we go.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Back to Foreman on 1st. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Foreman, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Fields trying to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of...
Philip Dorsett by himself. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is back to a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Fields. And the Raiders have got him. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened.
And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Dorsett on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's, oh no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Spillane able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
65. White.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Here we go.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Flushed out right.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, alert. 21. 11.
Now Garoppolo.
And that's complete to Adams.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd down, goal to go.
Lock, lock, lock. Stand. Stand.
Jacobs.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
To throw is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Garoppolo to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Extend.
Now Fields. Gets this to Moore. There he goes again. And he will finally be taken down. But just a massive play there to get him to the outskirts of field goal range. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here we go.
Here's 1st down. They run it on 1st with Foreman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort That was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Chicago,